Magomed Ankalaev versus Alex Pereira. Who wins that fight? I'm going to say I'm leaning towards Magomed again. We saw it once. We might see it twice, but we're going to see a different version of Pereira this time. He has to bring a different version. Simple as that.
I think Pereira needs to get off to a good start. He needs to stop those takedowns, and he needs to utilize that lead hand. I don't think those are major adjustments. We're not trying to change the makeup of the fighter in Pereira. So because of that, I like Pereira here. Yes, I think Ankalaev can definitely win this fight and can make some changes himself, but I don't think we saw the real Pereira in that fight, in that last one. With some minor adjustments, I think Pereira wins this and can maybe even stop him. So give me Alex Poatan Pereira.
Alex needs to keep the distance better, do what got him to be the world superstar we know. Keep the distance and look for those big shots, look for those big knockout punches, look for those big kicks, those big knees, do damage, do what he does best. Alex being a underdog in any fight, I think is a good bet, because this guy can change the fight at any moment. I honestly think Alex is going to get his hand raised.
I will have to say, I just think because Ankalaev is a safe fight. I felt like he took a few risks in that last fight, which surprised me, and he still come off with the win. I don't think he can do that again. If that same Ankalaev turns up, even though he looked great, I think the adjustments Pereira would make, he might be able to catch him. I feel like Ankalaev's going to play that little bit more safe and maybe get the win, maybe get the decision win. I'm just going to lean towards that. Obviously, he's coming off a win. He was able to give him problems, and now he's probably going to push for the wrestling a little bit more. I think I'm going to have to lean towards Ankalaev for that.
I'm gonna go with Pereira, man. I'm gonna go with Alex Pereira. I feel like he's gonna be able to make the adjustments. And I got really a lot of faith in his team. I think Teixeira and what's the bigger coach name? Polina. I feel like they're very good at making the kind of adjustments that they need to. And Alex, when I seen him last, he seemed to really be locked in and really dialed into doing what he needs to do in camp without the distractions, and really just making sure that he gets the training parties he need to get, and just really fight from that place that he knows that if he fights from there, he's gonna win.
I thought that Ankalaev has more ways to win, and I thought that even like the first time they fought was during Ramadan, and to me he actually looked a little slower.
Yeah,
compared to when he fought Alexander Rakic.
Yeah,
to me he looked a little slower, and I'm thinking that if he can pick up his volume a little more and use his movement a little more, shoot more, and then he punches a little faster, I'm actually thinking that he actually beats Poatan.
Ankalaev better make sure his legs are ready, because in the first fight, Pereira almost broke his legs, but then he started, avoiding them, checking them better. But Pereira will try that again, try to take away Ankalaev's lead leg, which is what he was starting to do and doing in their first fight, but Ankalaev was able to sustain himself. He was able to survive it, get around it, and then take charge when he had to. So there it is for me. I'm going with Ankalaev again.
I have Ankalaev as well. I think stylistically he's just the antithesis to Alex. So I have Ankalaev as well. The more that I look into this fight, the more that I try to pave a path of victory for Pereira in my head. How does he beat Ankalaev? The less certain I am of him being able to do it. So you're exactly right. Styles make fights. I think like Ankalaev has the skill set to beat Pereira.
Ankalaev is just so fucking good. I think a couple things. I think Alex has a great chance of beating him in a rematch. I think Alex goes too hard. I mean, how many title defenses did he have? Going up and down weight classes. Where Ankalaev rides the bench for a certain amount of time. being that active and none of that being a superstar. Like, no one knows who the fuck Ankalaev is. Ankalaev walks down the street, no one knows who the fuck that guy is. Alex is a superstar. He can't leave his house without someone saying, "Oh shit, there's Alex, should we take a picture?" Like, it kind of takes a toll on the mind. Where, you know, you take Ankalaev, who just lives in a fucking cave somewhere. I don't even know where the fuck that guy's from, but dude, like, you know, he probably lives in a fucking cave somewhere and just, like, he doesn't have to deal with the same pressures of being famous as you do in the US. So I think Alex, if he just takes a step back, clears his brain, comes in fresh, you know, stop traveling all over the fucking world, I think you're gonna he has a legitimate shot of beating him.
At the time, I don't know what changed, but I always see this guy. He's traveling everywhere. He's on more planes than anybody else. I don't know if this time he kind of stayed back in Connecticut and trained more. Was more focused for this fight. That might make a big difference as well. But I'm gonna go Ankalaev. I think that's the safe bet in this one. Yeah.
I think they're both going to stand there and they're both going to go to war. Now, what I do think is going to be different is I think Alex Pereira has rested. I think Alex Pereira has really put a lot of time in this camp because Alex Pereira loves being champion, just like we all do. And Alex Pereira is going to do everything possible to try to become champion again. But by him doing that, I do think Alex Pereira is going to give openings. He's got to be more aggressive than he was that first fight. And by him being a lot more aggressive by nature, he's going to leave those openings. And I think Magomed Ankalaev is sharp enough striker and sharp enough shooter to where he might be able to land something significant to potentially steal this fight away. So I do think Ankalaev walks away with the belt and still.
Pereira predominantly goes back and forward a lot. He's very tall for the weight, puts his weight in his back foot. And from the southpaw stance, what he's doing, he's coming off centre and then in, which is what you should do against someone who has that ploddy, I wouldn't say it's ploddy kind of, but that forward motion kind of slow footwork like Pereira's got. Because you don't want to be on that centre line with this man. Like, if this guy hits you, that's it. So I think he's definitely got a chance. I do think he's definitely got a chance, and I think he might be able to do it. But if you're asking me if I was going to put money on it, I would go Ankalaev.
Well, who wins? Man, it's hard to go up against Unk time. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like this is a different Pereira, bro. I'm kind of swinging Pereira, but I'm gonna put it with Ankalaev, man. I think Pereira did not do as crazy traveling as we've been seeing him. So he's gonna be home a little bit more. So, but I'm gonna go with Unk time.
Last time I picked Ank and everybody ripped me apart. Everybody was like, "Oh, coach, how could you pick Ank?" Guys, this time might shock you. I'm picking Pereira. I hate to say it. It's a 50-50 fight, but I gotta pick. You guys are putting my feet to the fire. I'm picking Pereira. Last fight, I think he backed up too much. He's gonna make adjustments. Okay, he backed up too much. He didn't throw enough. He didn't pressure Ank. I think he went back, watched it, and was furious with himself. Okay, this is a very hard fight to call. Look, it might be a more dominant performance by Ank, but it shouldn't be because Pereira has had a lot of time to figure out what Ank does, and if his trainers know what they're doing, they should be helping him cruise to a victory. Okay, so I think Pereira should have a very slight advantage in the next one, but this is a tough one to call. Very tough.
See, I think Alex Pereira, he underestimated him just a little bit. No disrespect to Alex, because he's one of my favorite fighters right now. And I think he had a bad weight cut just by looking at him and seeing what type of fighter he is. And so I didn't think that he respected, what's his name, Ankalaev. I don't think he respected Ankalaev's skills that much. So I think this time Alex Pereira is going to knock him out.
But with Ankalaev, he's big, he's strong, and in that first fight he just had the answers to beat her, and he fought a smart fight. not necessarily the most exciting style, but he fought a smart fight. Don't give Pereira the distance where he can, catch you with those massive punches. But I mean, I've been looking at the training footage of Pereira for this one. He looks scary. He looks angry, and we'll see what that loss did to him. He has come back from a loss and came back to reclaim the title. But this fight is a big fight for him. But Ankalaev now has that confidence, of course, of being the champion. But I'm going to go Pereira on this one.
I'm going to have to go with Ankalaev to get this one done by TKO or submission in round 4 or 5. Championship rounds finish for Ankalaev. His hands are fast, and his defense. I mean, we've got to say it. There has been fighters who have had the defense required to avoid Pereira's shots. Adesanya has managed to pull this off. In the first fight, he did a great job up until round 5. Even though in round 2, he lost it. But he made it so that Pereira couldn't land the devastating ones. The extra devastating shots that are going to put you down. Jan Blachowicz did a really good job of this. Ankalaev's chin, I swear, never raises in his life. He's like the opposite of Tom Aspinall. His chin is permanently... like he's very tucked in, and it's extremely hard to find that chin as he throws. Shoulders high, throws everything off the shoulder, very fast hands. I think he's going to be a problem for Alex Pereira here. And I'm going to say that he finishes him in the championship rounds.
You have to respect Alex Pereira's power, but you also have to be able to fucking willing to get in there and trade. And that's what Ankalaev did. He cracked him good a few times. He almost dropped him at the end of the second, I believe. Then Pereira had a better third, and that was a close fight. I'm kind of leaning towards Ankalaev, but it's hard. Again, it's hard to count someone out that can knock someone out with one fucking punch.
So on one hand, I'm excited because I get to see Alex fight. It is a meaningful fight in this division. On the other hand, we saw it already. He lost pretty convincingly. I think he loses worse in this fight.
Oh, wow.
But dude, the only person that was almost knocked out in the last fight was Alex. Yeah. If Alex almost knocked Ankalaev out, then it's like, oh, we can hang on like he might find that shot. He couldn't find it last time. I don't see him finding it this time. And I do think Ankalaev is like, I felt that power. It's not what everybody says it is.
I reckon, in my opinion, I think Ankalaev will probably still get the job done. Obviously, Pereira is an extremely imposing character, and his striking is very good. He has been working on his grappling. I mean, Ankalaev wasn't able to get him down in that fight, but even just showing those looks and the southpaw stance, and he's quite tricky with it, and he was able to neutralize a lot of Pereira's striking. So, I mean, obviously, I understand Pereira is going to be working on his game also, but Ankalaev just seems to be on a tear right now, and I just believe that he's going to get the job done again.
If Ankalaev is able to put him against the cage and keep him there, Ankalaev is winning. But I do believe my guy, Shama, is going to circle out of the middle, put pressure, maybe pull him out of that third round, or maybe beat him up for a decision. I do believe it's going to be a knockout.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know in the comments, who do you think is going to win? And stay tuned for the next video.